and welcome back to The Aligned Path. My name is Kelsey, aka the Great North Witch, and today I'm going to teach you all about cold stratification. So cold stratification is a process that we use for a lot of our native wildflowers, especially up here in northern Canada. It would naturally happen outside in the winter when a native wildflower, drops its seeds. The cold winter would stratify them, and then they're able to germinate properly come spring. But if we're planting new wildflowers, sometimes we have to cold stratify them. So today I'm going to be planting 3 varieties of native wildflowers. Actually, one's a native shrub, and they're all from Northern Wildflowers. Check them out if you aren't following them on Instagram. They have the best resource. Their seed and resource guide has everything you need to know. There's a really cool spot in here for seed identification, because a lot of our native wildflowers start out so small and they're hard to know what's what. But today we're going to be doing cold stratification. So there's 4 varieties of cold stratification: winter planting, fall planting, long cold stratification, and quick 7-day stratification. So I'm about 7 weeks out right now from my last frost. I'm in zone 4B. So last frost is about May 29th for me. So our cold stratification, the long method, requires 6 to 8 weeks in the fridge. So perfect time to get your seeds started. It's a very simple process. I'm going to be using the Northern Standard Premium vermiculite, but in the past I've always used perlite. So whichever works for you. This one's nice. You can also top, when they say just cover the seedlings, vermiculite works really well when you're doing seedlings that need a lot of sun. Perlite is more for like mixing into soils. You might have one of the 2 on hand. Perlite is a lot cheaper. I think this was about $20 on Amazon Canada. And the perlite's like 6 or 7. Either work, it really doesn't matter. It's quite simple process we're going to do, and it'll end up looking like this. So you need a Ziploc bag or a container for each of the seeds that you're going to be cold stratifying. So today I already did the obedient plant from Northern Wildflowers, and I'm going to be doing hairy bearded tongue, as well as these haskaps. They're honeyberries, and it's like a native shrub with edible berries. And I think they're on sale right now. Okay. We'll take our bag and whichever substrate you're using. We need about like a quarter of a cup or half a cup. I don't measure. Measure with your heart. If you want to measure, go for it. Not here. We take our seeds. Like I said, this is super easy. Put your seeds into your bag. Make sure we get them all. Perfect. And we just need to add a little bit of water for moisture. So not too much, and if you end up with a little bit too much, you just close your bag and pour a little out. We don't want excess water sitting in the bags, but we just need everything to be nice and moist. And it doesn't have to be distilled water or anything. You could use snow if you still have some snow on the ground, or tap water. That's what I'm using right now, filtered tap water. And there we have it. Just zip your bag up, and then they'll go in the fridge for 6 to 8 weeks, and then we plant them out directly after our last risk of frost has passed. When you go to plant, you can plant all the substrate with the seeds. I generally tend to fill the bag up with a little bit of water and just pour it out into wherever you're sowing your seeds. And just make sure to keep them moist as they germinate. So I'm going to do one more here. And Northern Wildflowers has a lot of resources on their website and on their Instagram as well in regards to sowing native wildflowers. I do believe the haskell's, the honeyberries, are going to require a longer period of stratification. But don't quote me on that. I haven't double checked my resources. Okay. Or they might just take longer to germinate. I think they take 3 months to germinate. Anyway, we're getting step 1 done with the stratification. Perfect. Okay. Zip all your bags up and we'll just take them and I'll put them in my fridge until last frost is over and plant them outside. Happy gardening!